Hi, welcome to the video. This is going to be running through a couple of these pretty good fishing Christmas gifts. If you want to get something as cheap as $7-10 and one or two of those things to about $130, like this little Pikachu fishing lure, about $30 to $35, Amazon, probably a Pokemon website as well. But there was also a Kyogre, and I think it was a Psyduck. So you could have got those. I think I saw the price for 130, but this alone was 35. Probably same with the Psyduck. And this little eye bobber right here, this is about $90, maybe a little bit less. And I've used this myself. I do like this. You can attach this to your fishing line, send it out, get a little sonar down there, see how deep it is, see fish if they're lurking around, see what kind of cover, if there's grass, if there's a bunch of real extreme variations in elevation, stuff like that. But $90 a pretty good gift here. And this bad boy right here, I just actually pulled this out of a tree I was fishing, and I think we got a name to it too. Baby Torpedo. Almost forgot the name. And it sits at the top of the water, and this little propeller goes, makes a little bit of disturbance in the water. One of my favorite types of lures. I'm real excited to try this when it gets a little bit warmer. This is probably $7, I want to say. Hopefully not more than like 10, 12. But, nice bass sized fishing lure, not too big, not too small. Speaking of, now this is the most common topwater frog that you would see, about this size, coloration. And then this little guy is a little one that I had found. It's Original Life Likes, the Burke fishing lure. Is there any other info on it? I probably got this for $5 to $7, I want to say. And there were probably varying sizes, so maybe a little bit bigger, maybe even smaller. But this could get you a small to medium bass, and this is pretty good for just catching numbers. But it's a pretty interesting topwater lure. Very lifelike because his legs stick out and move when you pull him and move him in the water. Now this one, this name, Hoochie Coochie, the funniest name I think I've ever come across, except for a Whopper Plopper that I think was named, I actually forget the name of it, by, it was like Monkey Butt or something, by River to Sea Lures, I'm pretty sure. So feel free to look that up. That would be probably 13 to 15 bucks, I'm pretty sure. And then this, I would think, is more like $7 to 10 bucks. And you don't get only like the 5 in here. You probably get 10, 12, 15 of these little soft plastic lures. They're not, I guess they're not really that small, but I do really like fishing this. And especially this tail, it's got a really thin tail into its part of the tail that gets the whole tail moving. I don't know the dynamics of it, but it's a very good fishing lure. And if you want to go on the weirder side, this is probably the weirdest lure that I have, and it is a topwater bat. This is not for the faint, this is not for the weak, this is not for the scared fishermen here. This is a big lure, and you will probably eventually catch a big fish on it, but probably a little bit difficult to fish it. I've fished it a little bit, have not caught anything on it. That's something I still need to do. This is probably 15 to 17 bucks. If it's 20 to 25, I don't know if it's really worth it, but hopefully it's more like 12, 15, 17. And this is in 2 pieces because I broke it, but this is a very interesting possible fishing rod that you can get, and I got it, it's all in one, and it even had some fishing line on it as well. I think this is about 35 bucks, and the thing is, it's probably this big when it's collapsed, and I think this is a collapsible fishing rod or telescopic fishing rod. This is pretty interesting one. I might have been like yanking on fish a little bit too hard. Or throwing too heavy of a lure, and that might have been a big reason for my for this thing's demise, but I did really like it when I was fishing it. And for the end here, this little thing is not a fishing rod. It doesn't have any propane or whatever fuel in it, but this is supposed to be a lighter, a grill lighter or whatever. Ignore all the line, hook, and whatnot, but this end here is supposed to have a little bit of a flame, and it's supposed to be a little lighter. So a very interesting, and it, you know, even does that, has little knobs, all shiny and cool looking. I think I got this probably 12, 15, 17 bucks, maybe only 10 to 12 at Bass Pro Shops. As for what you could find at Bass Pro or even a Walmart, probably has a great selection. You might even be able to get the iBobber from there. I don't think you will get the Pikachu fishing lure. You could probably get the telescopic rod. You could probably get the Hoochie Coochie soft plastic. They're called soft plastic swim baits. You could probably get these, or of course, what am I getting at, Cabela's. And then probably the bat, probably the small little frog there, and a normal frog, of course. Those, you could probably find that just about any fishing shop. And then even the little, what was it again, the mini torpedo, this little guy, you could probably find, maybe not this exact one, but one very similar to this, or another top water, you know, similar to this. But those are some pretty interesting little fishing gifts that you can get friends, family, and whatnot. But if you're on a budget, there's some. If you want to spend over 100, 150 almost, there's options there too. But thanks for watching.